Hi, it's Addie Kelzer with Urban Fitness Twin Cities, and today Keita and I are going to be going over a rotator cuff exercise that you can do anywhere. And the reason why the rotator cuffs are really important is because it's really made of a lot of small stabilizing muscles, and for the most part a lot of people only work and build up the muscles in their shoulder. Much bigger muscles, they can handle more weight, but without the support and stability inside the rotator cuff, then we often end up with injury. So this is really focused on injury prevention. And so Keita's going to walk me through how to do this exercise.
So this exercise you can do, we're going to show external rotation today. You can do internal as well. And internal you would just have to attach your theraband to a doorknob or a bar if you happen to have a ballet bar around, something that's not going to slide so you can pull across your body instead of opening out. But we're going to do the open out version today. So, and this can be done, I just talked about a theraband, that's what we're going to show with today, but you can also do this with light weights. And light weights would be the same motion, you would just have weights in your hands instead of a theraband. General rule of thumb for all rotator cuff exercises is that they are long distance runners, not sprinters, so you want light weight and many, many, many reps. Basically, I tell my clients to go till they're tired. Mm-hmm. So you're going to take the theraband in your hand. Let's start palms down today.
Okay. So because this is external rotator cuff exercise, we're moving to the outside of the body.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. So, and I'm going to have you face forward. So the first thing you want is you want to make sure that your elbows are a little bit forward and then squeezed into your side. If the shape of your body makes it hard for you to get your elbows into your side, if you've got a really tiny waist and a bigger rib cage, then you can put a small pillow between your elbow and your arm. What I like to tell my clients is it's like you've got a $100 bill between your elbow and your side, and you're standing on a vent, you lose the connection of your elbow to your side, you lose your money. So don't lose your money. Keep your money tight to your side. Then what you're going to do is you're going to rotate the ball in the socket joint of your shoulders, which is going to make your hands move out slightly. This is not a big motion. These are small muscles, and this is probably going to be a very small motion. If you go too far to the side, your arm is going to help you get there. So your elbow is going to go with you. And then you're working the outside of your arm muscles. And what we want is for you to feel it all the way up in your shoulder joint towards the top, not in the side of your arm. So if you feel it out here, your arm is probably moving and your elbow is probably not staying still. This does take a little bit of brain power for most of us to tell your body to keep this still and rotate up here. And a lot of it is just kind of imagining that the movement comes from up in your shoulder and the ball in the socket instead of just telling your hands to go to the side. If you think about where you want the movements to stem from and not worry about what's happening here, we tend to find it easier to find the muscles we're actually trying to work instead of just, I told my body to do something and it will do it, but maybe not with the right muscles.
The other thing I see is using the wrist in the last little bit, trying to make this motion bigger than it needs to be.
Your wrist, when you're doing something with weight, should always be flat. You want it perfectly flat. Like you could stick a popsicle stick across the back of your hand into your arm and you wouldn't break the popsicle stick, because that is the safest and strongest position for your wrist.
That burns back in here, like inside.
Yeah, inside that joint.
Okay.
So we've done it palms down. You can also turn it to where your palms are facing each other.
I'm going to think about this.
Yep, there you go.
Okay.
So you can do it this way with your palms facing each other. Same motion, same rules, everything else applies. You've just put your hand in a different position, which is going to challenge your rotator cuffs in a different way. And she's already flipped it around the back of her hand. Thank you for doing so. So then you can just do it palms up as well.
Oh,
so that then it's on the outside, the pressure's on the inside of your hand and your palms are facing up. So you're still going out. Yeah.
So 3 different grips to work the same muscles in slightly different ways.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. Perfect.
Yeah, I think thinking about the whole arm rotating out from up here is much more helpful than thinking my hands need to separate.
Yep, because it doesn't matter how far your hands move, they're going to move however far they move. It matters that this is doing all the work up in your shoulder joint.
Rotator cuffs, super common to have injuries. They happen all the time, so protecting your shoulder joint from the inside out can really go a long way. Let us know what you think about this rotator cuff exercise and if you like one of the variations better than the others.
And don't forget to hold your abs.